Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Morbauer with Michael Morbius right here. The car starts slowing down.
We're here.
You look out the window and see your haven.
Take care. We'll see you around. Just pray I don't have to see you too often.
You leave the car and start walking to your haven, thinking about Kadir. Can't say you're fond of him, but what with the welcome he gave you and all, but after tonight, you can't say you aren't either. You're gonna need more time to understand him, that's for sure.
Acquaintance gained. Oh hey, reporter's back.
Ow! But apparently there's someone still. He's not that stupid, is he? Oh, fuck, we should.
Probably.
The weather is cold and windy as you walk to Sophie's apartment. As a vampire, that doesn't matter anymore. You may have been saddled with eternal hunger, but at least you can ignore the wind chill. Just as you come to the door of Sophie's building, she storms out, murmuring into her phone. Yes, I know. Don't worry. I trust you to handle it. You've heard Sophie talk to her associates before. It's always this, same generalities and vague suggestions. It makes you think that she's involved in mysterious machinations, yet she doesn't tell you anything. Sophie is dressed to kill, but there's nothing unusual in that. She likes to make an impression. A black car with tinted windows is waiting for her in front of the door. The chauffeur steps out to open the car door for her. Sophie notices you. I'm glad you're in the neighborhood. If you could look around for me one more time, that would be wonderful. You told me you'd gotten rid of the reporter. Turns out he's still here, snooping around. Sophie is very good at communicating disappointment. She doesn't have to do much to make it clear that she's unhappy to have to return to this issue. I'll take care of it. After tonight, he won't trouble you anymore. Good. Don't disappoint me. The reporter talked his way into the building during the day. Once the doorman understood what was happening, he threw him out. He showed old pictures of me to my neighbors. It's very awkward. You understand.
I look so dreadful in those.
Sophie disappears into the car, and the chauffeur closes the door behind her. He watches the sleek vehicle disappears into the Manhattan traffic. Just one anonymous car among many. Best sit down somewhere and devise a plan of action. You go to a nearby diner, settle into a booth, and order a coffee from the steely-eyed Latino waitress. She brings you a cup. You describe Frank Dougherty to her on the off chance she's seen something. Just as he's about to answer, you see something out. You happen to look outside. Something catches your eye. The diner is brightly lit, so you lean close to the window to see through it. You got lucky. Frank is standing on the sidewalk on the other side of the street, looking at something on his phone. You slide out of the booth, throwing a few small bills on the table. Mumbling something to the waitress, you step outside. For a reporter, Frank isn't terribly observant. You keep your distance, hiding behind people in cars, but he doesn't look around. He seems like he wants to find a private nook to inspect the photos he took tonight. An alley. He ducks in and you follow.
It's like, oh god, it's you again. Please, work on a different story, I swear.
Frank retreats deeper into the alley. It's fine, Frank. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot last time.
Yes.
Frank appears relieved and even smiles a little.
Okay, I'm sorry I tried to bullshit you. Just tell me how I can help you.
I thought we agreed that... How come you're here? I thought we agreed there's no story.
Usually when someone says there's no story, that means there is a story. Couldn't just let it go. Look, I don't want no trouble. I can see that you're serious. There's something Sophie Langley. I think you know what it is.
You take a long, hard look at Frank Dougherty. He's a tenacious man, but not brave. After the last time you met, you were sure he'd been dealt with. Where do you find the courage to come here again? What's your real angle? I like you, Frank. You don't give up. What's your real angle here?
Everybody plays an angle. That's one of the things I learned in my profession. Get smart. Know that there will be others after me. If there's a real story, they will come and find it. Your best shot is with a friendly reporter, someone you can trust, someone like me. So what do you say? Get ahead of the story. It'll be good for you and Miss Langley too.
You almost believe it, but something about Frank feels off. Trust in your blood to convince Frank. You don't say anything at first. It's easy to dismiss Frank as a joke. A has-been. Yet there's something beneath his talk. Another story. A moment of silence is all you need for your presence to properly register in Frank's mind. He's too weak-willed to resist. Someone's leaning on you, Frank. Come clean.
What? No, absolutely not.
Frank's voice sounds shrill. You know you got it right in one guess.
Sometimes I just need some extra money, that's all.
Where's this extra money come from?
There's a guy who's paying me, that's all. I can't talk about that.
Drink
Ooh.
Frank dry. Oh no.
That will definitely
Cause problems. But having a
Yeah.
reporter on my side, now that sounds helpful, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, Frank, I'll make this easy for you. Work for me, and I'll make your life easier. I want to know who's after Sophie Langley, and you can get me that information. Who knows, maybe this will become a lasting and lucrative relationship. Frank is taken aback by your suggestion. Still, he clearly needs a friend.
I mean, I've been pretty nice to him. I don't know, man. I mean, without people leaning on me, they won't take kindly to do if I help someone else.
I know how valuable you are, Frank.
Some days I got nothing but disrespect. I wouldn't mind a change to all that.
There you go.
Tell you what, next time something comes up, I'll give you a call. Maybe I'll have something you can do for me as well.
Hey, there we go. Quid pro
Quid pro
quo.
quo.
What else is there?
I'm a pro.
Frank hesitates for a second, as if he were going to say something more. He takes one last look at you, and leaves the alley, disappearing into the crowd. You're left wondering whether that was a good choice. Frank is not reliable, that much is clear, but perhaps you can benefit from him anyway. Isn't that what kings do? Play people and turn them into puppets? I think that was the right move, honestly.
Yeah.
Why kill him when we can make use of him? Although we really do need to get a drink. It's been a few nights now.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go visit, Maybe we should go visit our old pal here again.
Yeah.
Maybe get a drink if we can. Looking at Manhattan Bridge. Come over, D. Besides, he's still my favorite. Knowing there are only so many places with a good enough view of the Manhattan Bridge, you decide to check out the ones that aren't likely to be crowded this time of night. It doesn't take long before you hit the jackpot. Jane's Carousel. As you're walking along the pier, you notice a lonely figure sitting at the bench, steel flask in hand, his legs up on the railing. Soon enough, you hear a familiar voice.
The evening turned into night as the final flickering rays of sunlight give way to the kind nocturnal shadows. So did the last of the jabbering tourists give way to a blessed silence. And yet, I couldn't shake the feeling.
Pausing mid-sentence, he leans back over the bench, backrest, and looks straight at you. Upside down, his face looks even creepier than usual.
That I wasn't alone.
I like it. I like D'Angelo. He's my favorite. Obviously, blood in the flask.
Blood. Yeah.
What's with you and the narrating?
Takes the edge off. Just like this.
He takes a sip, then points the flask in your general direction.
Fancy a sip?
Yes! Sure, why not? You take the flask and take a swig. It's blood, alright. Mixed with other frivolous substances, some of which you recognize, while others you probably don't want to know. Please don't be pissed. Please don't be pissed.
That's the spirit. Now that you're good and soused, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. There's been another one, killing I mean, down by the docks.
Same MO? The blood, the graffiti?
Yep, it was our gal, alright. Victim sucked dry, same as before, with a sign on the wall, something about impending doom, and oh lord, he coming. The particulars escaped me. You know, the night I saw her, she looked so frail, so innocent. Deep inside, I was hoping she'd be spooked, be out of town, and maybe, just maybe, that would be the end of it. But that's me, you know, hopelessly optimistic.
You know why she's doing it?
Doesn't really matter at this point. Whether she's Kane's chosen or just a poor girl gone nuts after a botched embrace, one thing is painfully clear.
He gives you a look full of worry and sadness.
She ain't gonna stop.
He takes a swig, as if to punctuate the sentence.
So anyway, I've set up a meeting, neutral ground, public space, shouldn't get too ugly. Still, I was hoping you could tag along.
Larson?
Nah, save the poor schmuck alone for now. It's pretty clear he's just as clueless as we are.
He looks away and pats the bench next to where he's sitting.
You might want to sit down for this one.
Oh no, it's the blade, isn't it? That one lady who choked us out.
I mean, your parents.
Unless you want to introduce me to your parents, I can probably handle it. Come on, who is it?
Valerie.
Yeah. Better put down that flask. That murderous bitch from last time? Valerie, as in murderous bitch Valerie? Likes to choke people out for the fuck of it Valerie? That Valerie?
You ever noticed that if you repeat a word enough times, it starts to sound like animal noises?
Oh yeah, I've done that before with my name.
But yeah, that Valerie. I know you two didn't exactly hit it off, but she's not as bad as you might think.
She fucking lifted me off the ground in a chokehold. Like the fucking
Hey, he's into that
Undertaker.
kind of thing, bro.
I mean, in some respects, she's probably worse, but she can be reasoned with.
Once again, he goes for the flask, but stops himself mid-motion.
Look, the way I see it, we ain't got a choice. As much as I want to help Sana, she's clearly a few bats short of a belfry. More people are gonna die unless we do something about it.
I get it. Lesser of two evils. Alright, I get it. Lesser of two evils. Lead the way then.
I like your attitude, kid. I know it sucks, but hey, there's one thing life has taught me. You don't always get what you want.
But when you try sometimes, you get what you need. Noticeably proud of his words of wisdom, he tries to top him off with one last swig. A single drop falls between his crooked teeth. He looks at the empty flask with the utmost contempt.
We drained it.
Well, ain't that fucking poignant?
Muttering a curse under his breath, he makes a valiant effort to get up off the bench. As he staggers, struggling to remain upright, you offer your shoulder to lean on. He shoots you a smile that's as crooked as it is affectionate.
Hey, kid.
No! You meet his gaze, trying to look friendly rather than condescending.
You're alright.
Okay. And with that heartfelt moment, you bid adieu to the sprawling vista and make way towards the bridge. Next stop, Manhattan. Oh, wow, this looks cool.
This does.
Entering the park from mid-down Manhattan, you promptly take a spot by one of the alleys, not very deep into the park. Minutes pass. 5, 10, 15. You start to wonder if she's even going to show up. Suddenly, you have a familiar voice, but with an unfamiliar tone. She sounds almost nice. I can't remember we did a voice for her. Whose voice was it? Was it mine or yours?
I do not remember.
Probably mine. Hello, Ginny. And there she is, walking along the sides of the fountain. She looks less out of place here than back at the junkie-infested hovel, but only by a slight margin. Something tells you there are only so many places she would feel at home, and probably not ones you want to find yourself in. Yeah, like a
Probably.
snuff room. Fuck me.
Well,
She glances over you, barely noting your presence. Sorry about last time. Nothing personal, you understand. When I get caught up in the moment, I can get a bit intense.
I can attest to that.
Damn, D!
That's
Alright.
probably gonna get you slapped.
Play nice, you two. We have some business to discuss. All work and no play, huh? Why not? She turns to D'Angelo and flutters her eyelashes. You can tell she doesn't see you as her equal, but this come-hither routine is getting kind of unnerving.
I think
Lay it
they
on
did
me,
actually
sugar.
date at some point.
Maybe. We have a mutually beneficial proposition. Does the pup speak for you, Ginny? 'Cause I'm getting a weird Sorcerer's Apprentice vibe right now.
Give the kid a break, Val. We hear about Sana, the thin blood you're after. The girl's a threat. We need to find her. Figured we could do it faster if we work together.
Uh-huh. Keep going, honey. 'Cause I have a feeling there's a catch coming.
The catch is...
Awkward silence. It's not often you see him at a loss for words. Seeing him struggle, you decide to jump in. We want the girl to stay alive. See, now that is a deal breaker right there, sugar. If you want me to even consider it, you'll have to sweeten the pot. Alright, you can have D. Fuck it, what do I care? Once
Yeah,
again,
D's D, bro.
And I bet tall, dark, and handsome over here might have some ideas.
What
You want a cookie? You want a cookie? I think she wants to get her hands into your cookie jar. They both look at you wide-eyed. Yes! That didn't come out right. Ugh, oh god, that didn't come out right. I mean, literally, not... wait, what are we talking about? D'Angelo rolls his eyes hard. She wants
She wants a higher profile target. To show off to the prince what a good little scourge she is. That all you care about nowadays, huh? Playing the game, climbing the ranks.
A smile creeps on her lips. You can tell it's forced. D'Angelo definitely knows how to get on her skin. That's my Ginny, a big old brain and a heart to match. Once again, she turns to you. I knew right away he'd try to help this girl. He does love a damsel in distress. But you, I'm still not sure what your angle is. Same as you. Killing humans, threatening the masquerade, putting a stop to it's bound to turn a couple heads. So you're not a hopeless romantic like some of us here? Good to know, in case you ever get in my way. So there, you know my terms. Contact me when you made up your mind. Don't take too long, though. I'm a lucky girl. I just might find your little thin blood on my own. Still, I hope we can work together. We did make a good team back in the day, didn't we? Slowly, seductively, she puts her arm around his shoulders. She glances over to you, clearly enjoying how awkward it makes you feel. D, you have some explaining to do. D, once this meeting is over, you'll have some explaining to do. You hear that, Ginny? You're in some hot water now. Anyway... Withdrawing from the strange half-embrace, she flicks his nose gently with her index finger. Almost instantly, she turns from flirtatious to dispassionate. However this plays out, I have a feeling we'll meet again, sooner than later. Until then... Without sparing you another glance, she disappears down an unlit park alley. D'Angelo watches her go, the look on his face a mixture of longing and guilt. It's borderline comical. Finally, he turns back to you, as if back towards you, as if breaking some spell he was under.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse.
A higher profile target? What do you mean by
Are you
a
guys
higher
a
profile
thing?
target?
It's not what, it's whom.
Werewolf!
Do you want me to give her Larson?
Well, I know why she wants him. She doesn't like thin bloods. How is he involved? What does Larson have to do with any of this?
He doesn't, not directly. It's just that he might have some less admirable chapters in the biography. Might have done some pretty egregious shit. And Valerie knows a certain handsome someone might have evidence of said shit, which would allow her to bring him down, and bring down her primogen. Even one as lame as Larson is a pretty big deal.
He squints, rubbing the bridge of his nose.
Fuck it, I'm heading back to the office. You put my feet up, get some blood flowing to the old noggin. You coming?
You nod. Why the hell not? And so, you make your way towards 5th Avenue. You've got a long way ahead of you, and a lot of stuff to figure out. Although it's not your first visit, you still find it hard to navigate the dark, rust-ridden corners of the grain terminal. Luckily, this time you're with someone who could probably do this blindfold, so just follow his lead. As you're both climbing the rickety stairs leading to the mezzanine, you suddenly notice light coming from D'Angelo's office. A quick look assures you that no, he did not, in fact, leave it on. You bust through the door like Undead Tango and Hooch, or was that Turn Cash? Wrong on both accounts. Ready for to unleash holy fury on the intruders. You half expect an Anarch Death Squad or a Sea Hunting Party. SI Hunt, it's the girl.
A sea!
Instead, you get Larson. Oh, who nearly falls out of the chair when you two bust in.
This is
Larson,
already.
what the hell are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm waiting for you two bozos to show up.
Man, Batman did not pay off well, did it?
No, it did not.
Seemingly both intrigued and irritated by the surprise visit, D'Angelo walks over to a cabinet and pulls out a fresh cigar.
And now that the clowns have arrived, does his highness mind telling us what brings him to our merry circus tent?
Her.
He points at a tiny shadow cowering in the corner of the room. To your astonishment, it turns out to be a very familiar face. Oh, fuck. The blood. No. Not again, please. Where'd you find her?
Outside my front door, she must have heard about me. Find out where I lived. It's not uncommon knowledge among the Duskborn. Probably figured out I could help. But honestly, I have no idea what to do with her. Maybe I should turn her into the prince, but That's just another strike against my people. Then again, I can't just set her loose, not after what she did.
Shit. Alright, things are getting intense, but we're gonna have to stop it there. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Adios.